This week, Karen and Pam try their hand at friendship. Zach and Aaron grow closer than they anticipated, and Jordan and Fatima defend Andy. Wondering if his relationship with Andy was a joke, Jordan is in the legal office. Andy lies and tells Jordan that she is in love with Gary just before she is ready to tell him the truth. Luckily, Jordan finds her to be untrue. Andy is upset when Fatima enters after he has left. Fatima chooses to take charge of it. Karen gives Trey the cold shoulder when he walks into the salon after seeing him in an alleyway with an unidentified woman. Although Karen is a good friend and tells Trey to give her the truth, even though she and Pam don't get along right now, Trey explains that he and Pam never agreed to be exclusive. However, Trey shares that Pam thinks he might be the one. Subsequently, Trey informs Pam that Karen is a wonderful friend who protected her when she caught him with someone else. Pam discovers that Karen has been watching out for her all along. Additionally, he concurs that since Karen started her business using her credit cards, it would be appropriate to give her a share in the company. Ultimately, Trey makes the decision that he wants to be with Pam alone and doesn't want to hang out with anyone else. After taking the day off to be with Sabrina, as she has her eggs extracted, Danny schedules a therapy session. Danny drops by the law office to chat to Andy about her getting back together with Gary before leaving for Sabrina's appointment, having just had a conversation with her therapist. Danny makes light of Hayden's too tight jeans, which makes for some funny situations. Sabrina, however, isn't comfortable with her pregnancy at all. Instead of an amiable coworker, she hopes she was having a child with the man she loves. Thankfully, Karen manages to calm her down. Domeni drops by her house with flowers as a lovely gesture, leaving her barely time to catch her breath. He informs her that he is free to contribute sperm and that his blood tests came back normal. Regretfully, Rich arrives in time to discover them by themselves. Things become a little heated before Domeni can depart. Rich walks out wounded, bitter, and hurting. Jordan visits Gary at his workplace afterwards. What he has over Andy is what he wants to know. He visits Gary and then goes to Rich's juice bar, where they discuss their problems in their relationship. Tony arrives and joins them shortly after. We find out that Rich's upbringing in a large family and his own lack of desire for children are contributing factors in his distaste for children. Following Jordan and Tony's conversation, after waking up, Rich approaches Sabrina to have a conversation. Morris and Domeni arrive at Sabrina's appointment in the meantime. Domeni doesn't seem to be persuaded when she tells Morris that she and Domeni aren't co-parenting. Everyone gets to know one another as soon as Danny, Andy, and Karen arrive. After Jordan and Fatima arrived at Gary's office, Gary cuts him off, contacts Andy, and threatens to make things difficult for Jordan. When Morris asks Sabrina to accompany him to the appointment back at the hospital, she agrees yes. As Morris and the SISTAS get ready to accompany her, she surprisingly decides to bring Domeni along. Morris informs Andy in the waiting area that Miss Marie's husband is a client of his webcam company. Before it's too late, Rich bursts into Sabrina's appointment and rushes into the waiting area to donate his sperm. Zach arrives at Karen's residence to assist with assembling the baby cribs after she informs him that they have been delivered. Miss Lisa informs him that Aaron previously had the same thought when he gets there. The endeavor to assemble the cribs turns out to be a complete failure. Miss Lisa adds insight to the matter by informing them that Aaron will be more adept at certain tasks, such as constructing furniture, and Zach will be more adept at others. Tamara discovered Hayden in a compromised position in his office with Miss Marie, which has caused friction between them. While accusing Tamara of concealing something of her own, Hayden disputes that anything is taking place. Fatima approaches Tamara after he heads upstairs and demands explanations. If Hayden is collaborating with Gary to undermine Andy, she wants to know. Tamara makes a suggestion that she and Gary are rolling in the sheets before Fatima leaves. All the information she requires is that Fatima is heading to Gary's office next. He's not in the mood to talk, but she wants to talk to him. His hired muscle steps in, seizes her purse, and throws her to the ground as she tries to grasp him before he goes. Gary is about to meet his match when she contacts her cousin when she comes home to ask for assistance.